everyone, it's me, Darlene. It is time to read some comments and answer some questions and maybe have a few laughs at the end of this video. I don't know. We'll see if I think things are funny or not. All right, this first question, Maria asks, honestly, it sounds like you really hate comments. How appropriate. I'm surprised you haven't disabled them altogether. And I did explain to her, and I know some of you will remember that at one time I did disable my comments. I had a video that was attracting a lot of hate or something, and I turned the comments off that particular video, but then everybody was going to another video to leave comments on the other video. So I turned comments off my entire channel for maybe like 3 or 4 days, and I was in heaven. But sadly, there needs to be engagement, I guess, for my YouTube channel to succeed. I don't know how true that is. I would love to see it in writing that it's necessary because, honest to goodness, I have thought many, many times how awesome it would be for me to turn all comments off and get rid of all my social media, my Facebook, everything. I know I need those things because they do help me business-wise, you know, especially for things like eBay and stuff like that, which is why I don't get rid of it all. But I can't even imagine how wonderful it would be to be back into a world where we don't have to deal with all that stuff, because it's just a lot for some people like me to handle. And it's not stuff that bothers me that bothers me. I don't like to see the way people are on social media, period. I have a hard time reading other people's comments. I want to step in and say, stand up for yourself. Don't let people talk to you like that. You know what I mean? It's just, it's just all upsetting to me. It really is. But for now, comments are on. I certainly can always turn them off again, especially if I need a break. And I probably will do that. If I feel like I'm stressed out over comments, I'll disable them all. Then you can put them back on. The comments don't disappear. They're all still there. So for any of you who struggle with comments, I'm sure I'm not the only one. You can disable comments on one video or all videos. You can pick and choose. It's very easy to do. If you ever need to know how to do that, let me know, and I'll do a tutorial on it. So my reply did say, because I always have to be a little bit of a smartass, I have disabled comments before, I might again. And let's get this out there loud and clear so there was no confusion. Yes, I hate comments. I'm quite upfront with that. I've been saying that since the beginning of time, so that's why it might sound that way. You must be new here. You know, if she knew me at all, she would know that I'm not a fan of comments. But by doing this video, I can turn the comments into something that benefit my channel because you guys seem to like this series. Leave all the comments you want. Just be prepared. You never know what kind of a reply you're going to get from me. Okay, let's continue because I'm getting weird. Have you been sewing a long time? I have talked about this a little bit before, but I know there are a lot of new people. What the heck is with my computer? Stay on, will you? Gotta log in. Acting wacky. Yeah, there's a lot of new people all the time. So I started sewing young, hand sewing as a little girl, like under 10. At 10 is when I started to sew on a machine. I learned from my grandmother and my mother. I didn't take lessons, but at least when I went to school, we did have sewing in both junior high and high school. Except I was in business classes in high school, so I didn't sew in high school, but I believe some people did. But I did have some sewing in junior high, and I made a monkey pillow and a smock shirt. Somebody asked why I disable the like and dislike feature, and I do not have it disabled. I just have it private, so only I see how many thumbs up and thumbs down I get. It's not important that people see that, and I just feel like the haters, you know, they get a kick out of seeing, oh, she's got 3 thumbs down or 500 thumbs down, so I just don't make the number visible. But I do want the haters to know that thumbs down count just as much for engagement as a thumbs up. So when you leave a thumbs down, you are doing me a favor, and I thank you very much. Oh, somebody gave me a good idea. She talked about Gemma at Bigger Bolder Baking. I used to watch her all the time. I don't now because I don't eat that kind of stuff, so there's no reason for me to really watch it. Gemma does make a lot of like mug recipes, either sweet stuff or different things. And this peanut gallery, remember Janie said she thought that would be good for when Skylar is here, and I agreed that that would be excellent because we could do single serving, or she could make two, one for herself and one for my mother. So I hope to do that. Do I have that on the list? I don't. I have a list of things to make with Skylar. So watch Gemma. Bigger Bolder Baking. It's a good channel. I think it's under her name though, Gemma something. Look up Gemma, G-E-M-M-A, Bigger Bolder Baking. Somebody asked if I could make cloth beads. I have made beads with my cloth scraps, and it's something I'd like to do again. They came out okay. I kind of like the paper ones better, but to each his own. Some other people would probably love the cloth beads. Jennifer wants to know if I can do a video of my mother. My mother is not camera friendly. Took her a long time to accept the fact that I was even on camera. Now I'm going to tell you, this is an example of comments that bug me, drive me crazy, make me shake my head. What this person asked doesn't bother me at all. She asked, are those your real teeth? That right there alone is an outright question. The answer is, yes, they're my real teeth, but I have crowns on all the ones that you see. Except for the back ones. I didn't have those crowned. But here's how she really asked the question. No disrespect, but are those your real teeth? When somebody starts a sentence with no disrespect, or not to sound insulting, or hope you don't take this the wrong way, or I hope this sounds okay, you're putting it out there that you think this might be a disrespectful question. You're not sure how I'm going to take it, but you think it's possible that I could find it disrespectful. Yet you ask it anyway. It's the wishy-washy way of asking that I don't understand. You don't know how I'm going to take it, but you're willing to take the chance of me feeling disrespected. I don't understand stuff like that. I would rather you completely dismiss the part that it might be disrespectful and just flat out ask. Then I don't know that you're purposely asking me something that you think could be disrespectful or taken as disrespectful. Because that's not as insulting if you just say, are those your real teeth? I have the option to say yes, no, or I'd rather not say. But you start it with no disrespect. I know people do that as a way to make it like an apology in advance. You shouldn't be fucking apologizing for a question. If you think a question needs an explanation and an upfront apology, don't ask it. Or just grow some balls and ask the fucking question. I don't know. And I replied, if you think there is even a tiny chance that your question might sound disrespectful, don't ask. If you want to ask, go ahead and just ask, and don't apologize for it. And then I wrote, they are crowns. Does anybody understand what I mean? You know, it would, I don't know. Okay, let me tell you about this. On Facebook, these comments and question and answer sessions are more about me just getting stuff off my chest. I love it. I can't remember everything word for word, but I do know some of the things word for word. And I should have kept a screenshot, but I'm used to doing that just for YouTube, so it didn't even dawn on me. She started out, I can't remember what video it was. I haven't had any devastatingly like sad down and out videos in a long time, so maybe it was something like the stress that I felt over the tote bag that I made or something like that. And she said, I know you don't want to hear this, but I am going to say it anyway. Okay, so right there, that's one of those people that the rules don't apply to them. They're going to say something that they know I don't want to hear, but for some reason, they feel the need to say it anyway. And then this is what she says. Hold your head up. Fuck that shit. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm so enlightened. Hold your head up. So she even knows that things like that, boring, stupid statements, bother me, but she said it anyway. So my reply was, I'll never understand why people who obviously know something is going to bother someone feel the need to still go ahead and say it. And her reply back to me was, this part I don't remember word for word, but it was along the lines of, I'm rude, you know, that kind of thing. And then she said she was trying to be extra nice. So the fact that she really knew deep down it was going to bother me, she was going to be extra nice and just push through it to help me out and tell me to hold my fucking head up. I deleted her from everything I could find her on. I just don't want a person like that in my life. To me, a person like that is sadistic. You know, that's like somebody telling you they have a horrible fear of spiders. They just lose it if they see a spider, and you would go up to them and say, I know you're going to hate this, but here, and you dangle it in front of them, and they fucking scream, and then you say, well, what are you talking about? I was trying to be extra nice. How does that even make sense? How can you possibly be extra nice by saying or doing something that you know the person is going to go mental over? I don't understand that. Or slap somebody in the face. I was trying to be extra nice. It drives me nuts. And I won't tolerate it. I won't tolerate people driving me nuts. Somebody tells me they know something's going to bother me and they do it anyway. Bye-bye. I don't need people like that in my life at all. I just don't. I don't have time for it. Okay, why does Skylar call you Meme? It's French for grandmother. Do you get the same revenue if I skip an ad? I usually skip them, but I'll watch them if it helps you. My stock answer is watch the way you watch. I want viewing videos to be a comfortable and fun and pleasurable experience for you. I'm not here to have you sit through ads. But the other thing that I want to mention is no YouTuber should ever be saying to anyone to click on an ad, to watch an ad. You can lose your account for that. You are not supposed to have anybody doing anything that's not just natural, because advertisers are paying for that spot. There's a reason that you let the person skip, because if the person doesn't want to watch the advertiser wants you to skip that ad so they don't have to pay anything for it. If you sit through, they have to start paying, and they don't want that unless you're really interested in what you are seeing. But if everybody were to just sit through ads to try to help out the content creator, advertisers would have nothing to go by to know like what ads are working for them or not. Bottom line is, anybody who has a Google AdSense account for across the board, on your website, whatever, never suggest to anyone to watch an ad, to click an ad, none of that stuff. You will lose your account for things like that. Don't mess with it. You lose your Google Ads account, you lose it for life. Watch videos the way you want, and I mean that sincerely. I don't watch ads. I don't have time for that. I barely have time to watch the videos that I like to watch. Somebody mentioned this, and I want to know if anybody else has had this happen. Somebody said, I just got a notification saying you just uploaded this, and it's an old haircutting video. And I was like, was it in your feed, or did you get an actual notice? And she said, it gave her a notice on her phone. So has anybody ever gotten an old video come on their phone as a notification? I don't even get a notification on my phone for anybody's video. I have no idea how to even do that. But that would certainly explain why all of a sudden an older video will start getting some comments and views, but would they really send out a notification? And what would the notification say? Isn't a notification just to inform people of a new video? I'm very confused. So I just don't understand all of that. Yeah, somebody is like, somebody's upset that they didn't get in on the fabric. I can't help that. When I put fabric on eBay, it's going to be small lots, and it really is first come, first served. I don't want to start to feel guilty because people who want fabric didn't get it. I have to keep my orders manageable for me, and it's just going to be a matter of hit or miss. You know, you're just not all going to get the fabric. And I can't really do anything about that. I just can't. You know, if you want to stay glued to me 24 hours a day, so you're right there when I upload, but you don't want to do that. I don't expect you to do that. Oh, somebody just asked me, and it's on my schedule, to make a sling bag. I haven't made one before, so I think that would be a good tutorial because it would be something new that I would like to make, but it would also be kind of maybe fun for you guys to watch because I'm sure I'll probably screw up, so I will try to do that. All right, let's get to some less than friendly comments. This woman, Paula, said, "What the fudge did you do to your hair? My God," this is like my sort of fail video. "This is the first time watching you, and I don't know what to say. I know this video is old already, but you cut big chops of hair all over your head in no direction." She was paying attention to my methods. Just pick up and cut. I want to say you are crazy. She wants to say it. Did she really say it? Or did she just tell me she wants to? Haircuts are not that expensive, for crying out loud. And I wrote, "Do you really think I stay away from the hairdresser because of money?" No! I do it myself because I love to do it myself, and I record it so people like you can leave foolish-ass comments. Thank you for the engagement. You put enough money in my pocket now so I can afford to buy you a haircut. Or would you rather I cut it for you? I have a lawnmower technique I'd like to try out. Oh my goodness. This person writes, this was during one of my I read comments videos. She writes, "You seem unusually cranky today." And my reply was, "Fuck off." And I mean that in the kindest way. Oh, this is my wonky patch quilt. Somebody just out of the blue. "I hate the backing." You know, that's fine. At least she didn't say, "I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I hate the backing." She just came out and stated her feelings. I appreciate that. And then I wrote back, "Good thing I'm making it for a dog. A dog won't hate it, or at least a dog would never bother to say so." Again, it's just like, why would anybody think that saying 4 words to me is worth spending 2 seconds of their life on? I just don't know. I just don't know. That's something I could never do. I can say things in reply. I have no problem. You know, you say something to me, I can get it right back at you, but never would I go on anyone's channel or Facebook or anything and ever say to them that I hate something that they've done. And like I said, I can be a big time bitch, but there's just not any part of me that wants to say something like that to somebody. I just don't know. Okay, so stupid. Here's the last thing I'll ever write to you. Turn off the fecking comments. And I wrote, "I'll turn off your fucking comments." What the hell kind of word is fecking? Proper swearing on my channel, pretty please. God, Darlene, G-A-W-D, you're so angry lately. And I wrote back, "Lately?" How about always? Wow, a whole video of pure bitching. You're so negative and closed-minded. Gross. And I wrote, "I'm also filled with humor, something you apparently don't have. The fact that you can't see humor in what I do might mean that you are the closed-minded one. Did you ever think about that? Just be happy that you are better than me." And then on second thought, I wrote another comment. And it really is quite interesting that you watched the whole video. Why didn't you just stop watching? She obviously watched the whole video because she said I had a whole video of pure bitching. I don't think I've ever had a whole video of pure bitching. There's always got to be something nice or funny in there. This person writes, good language for a lady, and I wrote, I know you're probably being sarcastic, but I totally take that as a fucking compliment. Thank you. I don't know if she was being sarcastic or not. You have a lot of guilt, sweetheart. You need to understand that everything is a lesson if you learn from it. I understand more than you could know. And I wrote back, I hate that. Everything is a lesson if you learn from it, shit. Fuck a bunch of lessons. Guilt is normal. Let me feel it. This one, very, very, very mad. Very, very mad. And I just wrote back, are you mad? I have no idea what they're talking about. Oh my goodness. One more. This is recent. For some reason, she left this comment on the craft vlog where I showed the painted paper, but she's obviously talking about my Can I Sew This Shit video that I uploaded last night. And in the thumbnail, the word shit is big. Purposely. I do things like that on purpose. I have reasons. I am a new subscriber, so maybe I've not seen enough videos to gauge the tone of your channel. I really like your warm and genuine personality. Who has she been watching? And the no-nonsense way you approach your work with a flair for fun and camaraderie thrown in. Lots of big words. Almost all of them are not spelled right. However, today when I logged in, the newly posted videos had cuss words in the titles, written all over the title page. I don't even know what she's talking about, the title page, written all over the title page. I'd be so excited if I had a page just cuss words everywhere. Bring that to me. I have to say I was offended and almost unsubscribed. She must have difficulty making decisions. There's just something about the words in print of that size and color that offended me. I'm not bothered with the words used verbally or generally in the text of a blog. Do you often post titles like that? Please answer my comments and question. Thanks. So here's my reply. So you're saying you are offended by the size of my shit and not my shit in general? You're okay if shit is used verbally and in the text of a blog, but big shit in a title offends you? If my shit was smaller, would that be okay? And you don't like the color of my shit either? I used black text. Would brown shit work better for you? Oh, I hurt. I totally go for the shock factor and purposely made my shit extra big so it would grab people's attention. I can tell my shit tactics are working because I rendered you incapable of keeping your shit to yourself. You felt the strong urge to share your shit issues with me. I get it. Urges happen. As for the tone of my channel, let me solve that mystery for you. I'm the real shit. If you don't like real shit, which, by the way, is very warm and genuine, then you better mosey on, because my shit is here to stay. You don't have to wipe my ass with your silly judgments. Just go look for your kind of shit somewhere else. That's how I'm going to end. And I know I lose viewers with these kinds of replies to comments, and I absolutely am okay with that. I have thought it out long and hard. I need to be surrounded by people who get me, who are like-minded. It doesn't mean that anybody's better or worse than others. It just means I can't be hanging out with people that I have to tiptoe around. I don't want to do that in real life. I don't want to do that on my channel. People have told me I changed. I haven't changed. If anything, the only thing that I have changed is my willingness and desire to be completely who I am and be happy that I push the limits enough to where people will take off, because I don't need people hanging out with me who don't get me. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? It's like if I was appearing in a nightclub act, I don't need a bunch of hecklers. I want people who would laugh, because that would be fun. And there are people who do get my humor and who like it. I want to be surrounded with that, so I might cut my subscribers in half. That's okay. I'll have a quality crowd. The Peanut Gallery must always rock. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with more soon. Leave your comments if you dare. Bye! I do want to say a heartfelt thank you to those of you who do hang out with me because you actually like to hang out with me. I appreciate that very much. I really do. Thank you.